This guided meditation will remove any being, anything, any Martian, alien, negative alien, partial alien, subhuman, subalien, any being of any sort of any kind, one that requires breathing, water, plasma, blood, eats essences, auras, anything that comes to you because of the magnitude of your aura, your essence, your energy, what you do, who you are, how you feel, that comes to you through the internet, the interwebs, through social media, watches you from afar, from the foothills, from above, from beyond, from so forth, from space shuttles, from UFOs, using airspace signals, signaling, signal boosters, sound waves, watches you through anti-space, using signal boosters, sequence HMOs, that uses siphons, etheric cords, weaponry, darts, bullets, anything, chokers, electric rods, copper rods, any way to keep control of you, of your being, of your nature. This will completely remove them from your space, from your aura, from your field. Will report them to higher divinations, higher divinatory forces. I will completely remove them from your field. Absolutely 180% removal. And we'll report them and we'll get them out of you, your body, your aura, your harness. They put an invisible harness on you to keep you close to them at all times, so they can watch you, feel you, eat on you, feed on you for the loosh, conquer you when they're done with you, whatever that means to them. They're afraid of lights. They're afraid of sound waves because they use their own to control you and to mind hack you and to mind control you. And they stalk you through the internet. That's how they find you. And they're overwhelmed by the presence of your aura. And they feed on your aura. And then on your essence. And then on your energy. And then they use siphons and leakages. And they feed on you from the back, from the front, from the top. They put suction cups on you, and that's how they eat you. So if you've been really tired, yawning a lot, and you don't know why, especially when you're doing energetic work that usually emanates you and brings your energy up, but your energy has been low, this is probably why. And this is why you've made it to this guided meditation. So just please listen very carefully. Focus all of your energy on this. Lay completely still, sit completely still. Your body might move around, as in you might just want to get more comfortable. There might be some shaking. You might start crying. Your body is just going to release this energy off of you because they've been following you and haunting you since the age of 1 or even before then. They've been haunting you, and your family has been keeping you safe this whole time. Only now it's up to you to keep yourself safe and to save others from these negative, influential forces that are alien or subtractors or subaliens. We're going to completely clear your aura of all negative debris because they've been feeding off of you, causing leaky aura syndrome, holes in your aura, making it seem as if you've been having drugs in your system just because of your aura is so severely damaged that this damage can only occur if you have had things such as acid and weapons, as if you've been carrying weapons all the time. Yes, yeah, and you would never carry a weapon because you were peaceful and you were a peace activist and you believe in Gandhi and you read the Gita and you are one who stands for and delights that all people, all individuals have a right to be alive, have a right to live freely with no violence, no spiteness, no diseases, no harm, no weapons, no lethality. They deserve a life full of happiness, joy, without any form of harm and malintent to them. Regardless of their class structure, regardless of their creed, their race, their ethnicity, for what is it all? When we are people, we are individuals, and we come together, not apart. We are one, we are one, we are one. And we refuse to be targeted, and we refuse to be harmed, and we refuse to be suctioned, and we refuse to be divulged. And we do not consent to mind control programming. We do not consent to being harmed. We do not consent to being eaten alive. Our aura is our aura. Our aura is ours. We do not consent to having anyone feed off of our aura, our essence, or to siphon off of us, or to use signals and beacons to control us and to watch us. All signals and beacons have now been terminated and removed from our fields, from our bodies, and from ourselves. And from our auric fields and from our auric shields. No. Ni. Yamura, Yamaka, Yanaha, Yase, Saisha, Sayasha, Makana, Maku, Iyanana, Yari Haru Hari Hase, Yamiya Uase, Yahia Hanahane. Everything goes right in our lives because we choose a righteous path. Yahanahani. Everything comes easily to us because we choose to love and to love and to love, regardless of programming, regardless of consciousness traps, because we don't have that on us, because we choose to fight it, because we choose to say no, because we choose to be one with all, because we choose to give the shirts off our backs to those that are in need. Yahima Yahamahana. And donate our food, donate our time, donate our clothes, donate anything and any wish that we can. Yahima Yahamahana. Yasira Yasashiyashu. Samani. And if we don't have clothes or food or time to donate, we will find other things to donate, whether it's care or love or peace or advice or active listening. We can donate something. There is something we can donate. There is something we can give. There is something we can share. Yahima Yahana Hase. Whether it's less consumption of environmental non-renewable resources, whether it's more love that comes from the heart instead of love that comes from places where we can't give more. It needs to come from the heart when it's connected to our consciousness. That is where we give love. When it's connected to our consciousness. I say, bring my consciousness to my heart center. Bring my consciousness to my heart center. Bring my consciousness to my heart center. And watch your life transform for the best in your highest alignment, which we are rooting for. I am rooting for your life in your highest alignment. Yaka 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 no. Yes 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 see. Yama 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 han. Yana 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 he. Yama 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 shan. Yada 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 see. Aha 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 nan. Yana yana nana ni. Yeah 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 yeah. We wake up and we choose to do better, be better, feel everything. Feel everything. Feel everything, and our heart will encompass those that are in need, those that wish to be free, those that wish to learn to our degree, and we begin to teach, and we begin to love. We love all those around us, and they begin to change, and we don't take abuse, and when they abuse us, we take space, we don't allow them into our lives, and we never allow them again into our lives, but we teach from afar. And how do we teach? By example. We show the righteous way, not to be righteous and to rub it into their faces, but we show the way. We show the way, and that is how we teach, because we don't take abuse. We don't take abuse. We simply stay away from that. We stay away. And when you have the right healing notes inside your life, you take action against that abuse. If you're going to pursue it in court, make sure you have proper consolidation, as in conciliation, which basically means make sure you have a therapist or a spiritual healer. And not all of us can afford a therapist or can find one that will treat us with respect and dignity, and will not attempt to euthanize us with corrupt thoughts and with corrupt degrees of negative nature, as in painting nature as all bad, or making everything about nature, when we all know it's about teachings. It's about how we program our brains, and they'll program us to be the worst. Instead, we'll find a spiritual teacher. Instead, we'll find a light code activator. Instead, we'll find someone who will teach us how to heal. Someone such as myself. Even though I'm not working right now, or I'm not working. But you find someone that will see you as you, and will raise your vibrations, raise them, and support you on your path as you pursue the case in court. You don't call 911, you call a lawyer, you pursue it in court. That's the proper way. If you don't want to tarnish your heart and turn it into a Nubian heart, you call a lawyer. That's how you handle it in court. Yama 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 say. Or spiritually, you open up a sacred circle, and you make sure you draw your boundaries, with light. You draw your boundaries with light. and you make sure no one can enter, no one can leave, and you heal yourself in that circle of light with a shaman. I'm a shaman, so you contact a shaman and you have them heal you, and it's going to 28 days, at least 28 days, and you find healing. But if you're someone who needs further resolution, you need to find a lawyer, okay? Don't call 911, call a lawyer, okay? Trust me, this is the right path. Maha maha mahani, yesa 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 ne, yana 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 ki, yada 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 vi, yaha yaha yesa say. And if you're worried about resources, like how are you going to pay for a lawyer, remember that lawyers take cases pro bono. They have hearts too. A lot of them are mandated, like not mandated, but like they have to at their part of their job is that they need to take a certain amount of cases pro bono, or they just do it out of love. That's just how they are. They love and they love and they love. So they do it for free. Don't forget that, okay? Hold on to that. Write it down. You should always have a notebook next to you, especially when you're meditating. By now, you should feel a complete flooding of peace and heart in your entire consciousness, in your higher heart, and all your chakras. We're cleaning out your chakras. We're clearing them out. Not cleaning. We're clearing them out. Excuse me. Yamiha yahamanane. Sara sara siya so. Yahina yahamanane. Nakara nakanuani. Masa shi. Naya sa. Ahari. Yes she. Ayo na. Hara hasi. Yamu yeah. This gets rid of subalterns as well as subaltitude, subworms. There's also these aliens that live at the core of the planet. They look like giant centipedes and giant ant aliens, and those get sucked right out of existence, and they go and merge with the eternal one, with the eternal sun god Ra, and the solar sun god Ra, and Nefertiti, and Cleopatra, and Anubis, and Akhenaten, as well as the infinite, as well as infinite, well, let's go with the beloved, infinite, eternal, almighty one. They all get to decide what to do with these beings, and they're all going to merge with them and become beings of light, just like that. Otherwise, that's just what's gonna happen to them, and they're never coming back to Earth ever again, not even spiritually, because they've caused so much destruction and havoc here. And they've been the ones that have been messing with my brain. And if you have any form of brain fog that's been going on with you, or memory erasal, They're the ones that have been doing all of that. They've been contracted by other organizations, other people that are much wealthier, the multi billionaires and millionaires. They've been paid by them substantial amounts of money, given land, but they're living at the core in the the magnetic core. That's what I meant to say, the magnetic core. And they don't melt because they're heat resistant. They're completely heat resistant. And they've been completely demolishing innocent people's brains. The ones that are and the subalterns as well are being sucked out, and they're being merged with the eternal sun god Ra, Anubis, Sekhmet, Nefertiti. Nefereti, not Nefertiti. I take that back. Nefereti, as well as Akhenaten, which I might be pronouncing. Oh, it's Akhenaten. I've been mentioning. Okay, the Akhenaten gets sucked out too. Akhenaten takes care of it. Wow, I was almost going to be put in chains for that. I actually was put in chains and then freed. That's how bad it is to mispronounce your God's name. So make sure you get the spelling and the pronunciation right, alright? So you can come to me for that and I'll help you out with that, no problem. Okay? And the beloved and infinite, ethereal, almighty one, they're going to make sure that they merge with them and become holy and sacred and positive. But please don't call on them because it's going to take a couple thousand years in our time, and it's only going to take 5 minutes in my God's times. So by the way, our gods function on a completely different time wave and time level, but their time wave and time level is way more accurate than ours, so it's interesting that we're all living underneath this other time bubble when you hear, oh, it's only gonna be 2 years, and it feels like it's been 1,000 years, or it's been like 3 billion years, and you're like, hey, I haven't seen you in 3 billion years, and the person's like, it's only been 2 days, and you're like, no, it's been 3 billion years, and they're just like looking at you like, no, you're wrong, but you're right, but you don't say anything because you want to, you don't want to get into an argument about how long time passes for you. And then for dogs, it's like, wow, an hour can be like 8 days for them, and a day can feel like 4 years for them. And then someone can say, I'll take care of it tomorrow, and that tomorrow can feel like 80 years. So there's something going on with time right now. There's a distortion of time. So please be patient, because we're catching up to our God's times right now. And their time, they'll say 30 seconds. And 30 seconds is really 4 hours sometimes. Other times it could be just like 3 minutes and a half. So you just have to ask, hey, what is 30 seconds right now? What is that in my timeline? Or not my timeline, because you're still on the same timeline as your gods. You want to be in the same timeline as your gods, or your God if you have one. You want to be in the same timeline of your gods and goddesses or your God. So instead you can ask, hi, you said 30 seconds. What will that be like for me? And they'll say, oh, that's actually 5 minutes, or that's actually 3 hours and 25 minutes. They'll help you, It's not like they're trying to, get you trapped in a time block or a time bubble. That's not what they do, and you know that because you love them, and you pray with them, and you are them, and you worship them, and you feel them for a reason. That's beyond why is my time all off? Like this was supposed to happen 3 years ago, and it just happened today. And honest to goodness, that happens to, honest to infinite ethereal almighty one, honest to the eternal sun god Ra, honest to the solar sun god Ra, honest to the beloved, honest to my beloved. That's what it feels like. So I just wanted to share that because I'm sure all of you are cycling through time differently, and maybe you're getting confused, or maybe you're just like, something's weird, or not weird, like something unusual is going on with me, with you, when it comes with us. I know you're not supposed to use statements. This is a guided meditation when it comes to time, so just be aware of that, and it's okay. You're gonna catch up to it. Don't worry about it. Okay, you're gonna catch up to it. Just trust and believe, and all else will fall into place. Have no doubt, and you will get there very soon. If not right now, you're already there. Because you will it, you believe it, you are it, okay? And that's the secret to manifestation. So go ahead and write that down. Yasi masane na naraku yasha mi yana harur yana kur yana shi shabara si sayo kanasi ihaya bi yamoyana ki hiraya rashe shayana shayona mi aroraro ke kayamana sayamana ni nahara yarabara re yamira ya uya ayana hani yana shika shamasha fire ma faka si sayo mahabi nayo ka iha yahara ayo sha shayo ba shina kanaka iha hara yamo sa iha hara sayo ma ambore ya no kayira ya shina ya shambore haya karose sayora saya shamana shi yahira hana naikirabi ira sayana sarabari yamo yahana nahira yashe ayashanara shakana ke yana hina she sayo sayama shamina ne ihara hira ayona nayona ne nina ne isa masina sakina ne ayo shamana shahira no nayona ne yana ke yamana mina ne ira na asamasi shavashana ke yahina no isa samuna Yahira ira shaira e nihara hira yamasosa saya sakina na eyashi isha seya mamasosa ayora hera yanina e ira kerira yanano me mayo mamayo yamayo Nayora yarosi siyara siyoka kayora neone ahyara mayore eyora eyosha asara seyara nayore ahyara shira she they're completely out. They've been completely removed. They've been completely merged with the infinite through the Almighty One light, as well as the Eternal Sun God, the Eternal Sun God's light, as well as Sekhmet's light, as well as Anubis's light, as well as Cleopatra's light.